Oh, look at that.
Welcome to the 10th episode of the Jax Wax podcast. My name is Jared Miner. I am here with Todd Isaac. What up?
What's up?
Well, it's been, I looked before we started this podcast at the last time we did one. Far too long.
It's been a minute.
December 14th.
We got a little tied up with winter. It gets a little depressing around here in the state of Ohio.
Yeah. We just, what we do for the wintertime is actually get prepared for spring and summer, our busy season where we have absolutely no time at all. We can do a lot of the back end stuff that help us be more successful in the spring and summer.
And a lot of times when we're going through when we start getting in the middle, coming up here in March through, September, November through Black Friday, it's like no looking back. There's no time to do some of the back end website stuff. So we've really had a lot of time this winter to catch up on a lot of things. Including we redid the whole website. That was
a big part. We would never, take on that task in the spring or summer. It'd just be way too busy to do it. So we decided to do it in the wintertime, which is, air quotes, our slower season, but it doesn't seem to be that way anymore.
No.
But yeah, we went to a different platform that initially, I don't know that I was against it. I just know how much work goes into it. And I thought, man, it's kind of like if it's not broke, don't fix it type thing.
Right.
But it was the way to go.
Definitely. Man, it was a lot of work. I mean, especially when we're just doing it here in-house. We don't have outside people, and we take all
the company doing the migration.
Right, the migration part. But as far as pictures,
pictures, videos, all the stuff, that's all ours. Yeah,
it's all on us. But it was a good time. It was a good time to definitely tackle it.
Yeah, and now, I mean, we've been real happy with it. The feedback that we got from customers, we're always wanting to improve, always, in whatever we do. And the feedback we had, was, well, sometimes it's not easy to navigate. I can't find stuff or whatever. So the whole purpose was we want to make it easy to go on our website. It shouldn't take you a long time, and it shouldn't be hard to buy wax.
Right.
So let's just make it simple.
The main factor, I always have people asking, like, why did you guys change? Why did you switch it up? And it was a discussion that we had a few times because we had all those years with the one platform.
Mm-hmm.
So all of this stuff is tied to
10 years maybe.
All of the links and everything are tied to that domain. So now you're talking about migrating over to a new one, all those links having to be re-tagged. So it's a whole deal. But we wanted the checkout process to be easier. Checkout process was a little bit tough on our old website,
especially from a mobile standpoint. We started that platform in probably 2008. The old one, and things have changed a lot since then. And we've gotten better even within that platform in the past 10 years. But there was just certain limitations that they couldn't keep up. Yeah. And from a mobile standpoint, just little stuff. You can now look at our or be on our website on your phone, and if you use Apple Pay, for example, in 3, maybe 4 clicks, you're on our website, purchase something, and it's getting shipped.
Yeah, which is pretty impressive. You can go straight to jaxwax.com within 3 clicks, being that third click purchasing.
Yeah,
which is which I think what everybody's trying to do.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, it's not supposed to be hard to just buy wax, and we didn't even have certain checkout processes that, from a guest standpoint, made it easy. There was just obstacles on our previous website that there isn't anymore. Yeah. And just the navigation of it is just so much better.
And everybody can let us know your feedback.
Yeah, because we want to consistently improve upon what we have now.
Right. It's not just like, oh, here it is and it's done. We're constantly in there every day, putting new things on, trying to integrate different things with the website, back end, emails, this, that, and the other.
Absolutely.
Trying to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah. So since we've been off.
Since you've been gone.
You sound just like her.
I know.
New American Idol season's on right now.
If this wax thing doesn't work out, I'm going to go into singing.
I think you should. Based on your performance, the wax thing's not working out.
I tell you, for sure, if I'm on The Voice or American Idol, I'm definitely making on the show because I'm either really, really, really good, or really, really, really bad.
I can answer.
And they're making fun of me for doing it.
Yeah, you're making it to the film part where you're on TV.
Yes,
1,000%. I do not doubt it, and it has nothing to do with talent.
It's probably going viral.
It's going viral. So we've done, a lot of things. The website was a big one for us. That took a while. We got that pretty much all the kinks worked out. You went down to Mobile Tech Expo.
It was a good
in
time.
Florida, down in Orlando. That
Yeah,
was January, right?
Yep, we've been doing some traveling. Had some. We've just actually did our first car show last weekend as a corporate. There's a bunch of car shows, a bunch of our distributors going to car shows already, so it's starting to get amped up. But Mobile Tech was really cool. Got a chance to meet a lot of people.
So for people that don't know what Mobile Tech is, it's in Orlando, Florida every year, and it's for detailer people in this industry, in the detailing industry, that either business owners or professional detailers or work for a company or whatever, and they're learning. It's where vendors like ourselves, other people in this industry, can show off their products, services. There's like dent repair guys there, right?
It's mainly like dent and paint, like dent, paint, and
Paint protection film, stuff like that,
and detailing.
Yeah.
So it's really, they call it like a mini SEMA, and it would be a extreme mini SEMA, but it's just for people that are into mobile detailing, paintless dent repair, those kind of businesses.
Yeah. So went down there and met with a lot of people that we do business with. They're also going to that show.
Yeah.
We decided to join the IDA, which is the International Detailing Association.
So the IDA's their yearly meeting is at the Mobile Tech. So they have their yearly conference and yearly awards banquet. Really, really cool thing to be a part of, and glad that we had been talking about it for a long time about being a part of it. It's just, with the way detailing is these days, it's become so much more of a profession as far as a way of life for a lot of these people. So it's really, the IDA, to break it down for everyone a little bit, is it's almost like ASE certified mechanic. I don't really know exactly what that is, but I know that I want to take my car to an ASE certified mechanic. So the IDA is going to be similar in the detailing world. Yeah,
given time and as they grow, you're hoping that, at least I'm sure they hope that if you're an IDA certified detailer, that a consumer recognizes that and says, well, you've gone through all the certifications, you're a member of this thing, and that qualifies you in my mind that I'm comfortable with you cleaning my car, detailing my car.
And it is a way for someone. I always use my mom for an example, but someone like her who's looking for with these days, anybody that's got a truck and a power washer saying they're a detailer, this is a way to really distinct yourself as a professional detail shop detailer, whatever it may be. You get certified by the IDA, and this allows you to say, now you're a part of the registry. Whenever someone is looking, a general consumer, whoever, looking for a detail shop, you have that IDA certification. It just go ahead. It will allow people to know that you are certified and have the skills and are going to do it right.
Yeah. So there's multiple reasons for people that would say, why would I join the IDA? Well, I would say go to their website, because there's a lot of questions on there, and they're going to answer all the frequently asked questions that we may not go over. But the things I think of are, I know once you join, so you have to become a member. You start there, and there's different levels of membership, whether you're like an operator, a manufacturer, a supplier, whatever. There are different price points. So you become a member, and then you take a test, an online test, to become what they call CD, which is a certified detailer.
Right.
And we both took that. It had some questions on there that I could see. Like, you have to do your homework. You have to study, and it's got some questions that are no brainers for people that have been detailing for a long time. But it's got some questions too that you probably have to think about. Once you pass that, you pay for that, and you pass it, and they send you all your certifications. And then the next step is what they call SV, which is skills validated. Right. And that you have to have an RT, which is a recognized trainer, come out to your facility or go to
one of the RT classes.
Yeah, like Mobile Tech Expo, for example, had them there. There's some other places. If you went on their website, you'd be able to see where they're offering that. And then that test we both done, and when we did it, it was very thorough. So it goes over. It actually, what they're saying is they're going to validate your skills as a detailer.
That way they know that the test that you took to become a CD, a certified detailer, they know that the knowledge you provided for that test is actually true by validating your skills in that test. And it really is it's a really in-depth process, but it really does give that detailer, somebody like me or you's been a part of it a long time. It seems a little almost like second nature just because we've been involved in the industry. But to someone that's getting started in detailing, it does give them not only just the skills of how to paint correct or the ways to go through a wash, but the code of ethics. things that has you do as far as treating customers and ways to, uphold yourself as a business, this, that, and the other. Just a lot of good things to be a part of it. And I really, really believe moving forward, especially with the way, everybody's detailing this, that, and the other, it's going to be a way to distinguish.
Yeah, I mean, you can separate yourself by doing some of these things. And I would say that once you become a member, what I've seen on the back end, you go on their website and you log in, and once you become a CD, you have access to those pages and SV, so on and so forth. There's these forums, so it's this big community of detailers, and there's detailers that a lot of very well-known detailers across the country and internationally are part of the IDA, and they're sharing their knowledge in these forums, and there's questions that people can ask and get answers. So there's things that maybe you as a detailer, maybe you're starting off or you've been doing it for a long period of time, maybe you come across something that you didn't know the answer to, a certain fabric that you're like, man, I can't get this thing clean. Whatever. I mean, I can think of a lot of different things, right? This certain clear coat on this Audi is really causing me fits, and I can't get it to the level. I can't correct it out to what I can't finish it down, whatever. You go on there, and this huge community that has embraced you, all these detailers, these like-minded people will say, oh, well, I dealt with that, and I used this, and this pad combo, and I did this, and it worked.
This is the way I got it out. This is
right.
It's really, it is good for all of that.
Yes.
For everybody sharing their information. And the IDA is just for the detailing industry as a whole. Nobody's sitting back getting rich off of it. It's just for a bunch of people that have the detailing industry, who want to see the best for the detailing industry, and it's about making it better as a whole.
Absolutely.
Not for Jax Wax to do better or for this. It's just for the whole community.
Absolutely. So I think it's a cool thing. So on our end, we're going to be soon enough. I'll be a recognized trainer. We're going to have Jax Wax as a training facility, for the IDA, and be able to validate skills. So we even know some guys locally right now that have taken their CD test. They've passed it. Now they need to get their skills validated. We'll be able to do that, offer it, to people wherever. I mean, obviously locally to us in Columbus, Ohio, but if travel wherever.
Yeah. It'll be a really good thing especially for people close by, even in the, neighboring states.
Yeah.
When you become, you can become a member today just by going online, doing your membership. You can become a CD by taking your test. But when it comes to getting your skills validated, you'll have to come to a place that has a registered trainer. So that'll be a place that we'll be able to do that here and offer that. That way, detailers, which we have a bunch already that are ready that we deal with daily. But even, people, Dayton, Indiana, Kentucky, these areas will be able to come up to us and go through the training and get their skills validated too.
And if we travel a lot with these car shows and different events that we're at, and if I plan on setting stuff up when we're out, let's say we're at Mobile Tech Expo and they need help,
absolutely,
doing the SV, the skills validation for guys, I'm definitely going to be on board for that.
Even I had even thought about when we're out at Hot August Nights in Reno, if there's people out there that are wanting to get their SV at that time, we can set up a thing to where we go over their test with them out there.
Yep.
Different events that we'll be at.
Yep. I can think of a bunch of reasons to be a part of it, and I can just tell you that it doesn't hurt you. So it doesn't say that you're the greatest detailer in the world. We don't want to portray that. There's plenty of great detailers out there that are not members of the IDA.
Absolutely.
But I think in time, and I can see it even for being a part of it from a short period of time, that it's going in the right direction for sure.
Yes, and it's growing fast.
Yep, and we're going to help in that. We're going to play our part in helping bring awareness to it, because I just think, and I know that so many of these people that I know that are part of it are just really good people, and they wouldn't be a part of it if it wasn't something that they believed in. So
yes,
we're on board for all that.
Yeah, we're going to help it grow. It's going to be a good thing.
Yep.
We've also some things that we've been asked to talk about are new products coming out. We've been working hard on some new products. We came out with Fabric Guard.
That was a cool one.
It was real cool.
Yeah, we did. When we test that stuff, we talk about it on these podcasts how much we want to test stuff and make sure that it's right.
Yeah.
There was a brand that we won't name, but it's a very well-known brand in the fabric protection world.
The Fabric Guard world.
Yeah. And this particular product that we want, so we knew it was really good. I'd heard it was really good, and it's their Pro Series that you can't buy in stores, right? So you have to be a dealer for it. So we get our hands on some of that, and I didn't know how ours was going to perform against that, but it was just a really good test. So you took a couple floor mats and put this particular brand on one and ours on the other. Probably more than you normally would on both. Like we really wanted to saturate it, be fair. And then we took our dropper and we put some water on it and let the water beads sit on the carpet. Like, let's just see how long this thing repels water.
That was our deal. We wanted to see how long you could put water on, because what it does is when you put water on top of the fabric, it just beads up. It won't soak in. So we wanted to see how long it would soak in, and we really didn't know if the other brand would last longer, because it's been around for years. Long time. And by far the industry leader as far as protection.
That's right.
This, that, and the other, or most heard of, most commonly known.
Yeah.
So we did it, and we left it sit. We went home.
Well, the first one.
Yes.
The first one we noticed in about you did it that morning. It was like 5 to 6. It's between 5 and 6 hours before the competitor's brand had soaked into the carpet. And I thought that was pretty decent. I'm like, well, I mean, if you can't clean whatever up that you have on your seat within 5 or 6 hours,
right?
What what are you doing?
Yeah.
And then but ours was still beating, right?
Yeah.
And then we leave that night. I come in. In my mind, there's no way that it's still a bead of water, multiple beads of water, and it still was.
It was still on there,
and it was still there the next day.
Yeah.
And it was like we guess because it happened probably 35 to 36 hours.
Yep.
Of our fabric guard.
Pretty impressive.
It's real impressive.
Yeah. So people that haven't got a chance to use it, it's really just a liquid. We don't have any here in the room, but it's just a liquid product. You spray on carpet, fabric, and
cloth tops.
Cloth, yeah,
for
rack.
convertibles.
Yes, we're going to do a video on that here real soon,
Mm-hmm.
because it just adds a invisible layer of protection that is causing that water, that stain, that coffee, whatever it is, just to kind of beat up.
Yeah, and it's helping in the cleanup process.
Makes it much easier.
It's just like anything else. We're talking about any kind of protection, whether it's a seal and wax, a ceramic coating on your paint. It's the same kind of idea on fabric, So it's really, really good. And it's easy to use.
And it's just like we say with anything else. It's not
bulletproof.
It's not bulletproof.
Right.
It's not like it's just you can now go set it on fire and pour all kinds of stuff and it's not going to soak in. It will soak in. And if it's a high traffic area, we're saying about 6 months out of it. But if it's a high traffic area and here in Ohio and it's salt and it's snow and you're going in and out and it's on the driver's side floorboard, well, it's not going to last as long. So it's not something that's bulletproof.
I mean, it's got a common sense warning. If you got high traffic areas and it gets really dirty, maybe it doesn't last as long. So you just use more.
Yeah. We sell more. We sell it by the gallon too.
That's right. You can go on our website and you can find as much as you want.
Yeah, I'll tell you a cool product that I know that it's not anything that is crazy, but we've been asked about it numerous times, is the Total Interior air freshener. So our Total Interior fragrance, that was totally my idea.
Mm. Was it?
No.
Whose idea
was your idea. I'll give you that one. So it's became a really popular smell, and everybody
the fragrance in Total Interior.
Yes, and everybody's like, man, we want that smell. So we've been working on it, and we've got it pretty much narrowed down to where we can release that in a air freshener, sprayable air freshener for your car. Smells really good.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. We're going to release some air fresheners. We got some other stuff in the works. Probably by the end of the month, we'll have something going on. We always have a big sale in March, which I'm sitting here thinking of stuff that's happened since the last time we had a podcast. In January, we celebrated our 26th year in business.
Yeah. So
that was a pretty cool thing. A lot of things go on in 26 years.
A lot of different things happen.
For sure. When there's so many businesses that don't make it, new businesses. And I remember the stories of my dad early on, just not thinking he was going to make it, not thinking that. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to be in this. It's hard to own your own business, and you got to be a hustler, and you have to just have a drive and will to work. And thank God he did.
I remember him telling us stories about, and I know you know way more than I do, but he telling me a story about he just had that van, and he was trying to hit all these dealers, and that was his only way of selling. Yeah. His only source of selling was to the dealers. So he was taking products he would make in drums, and because he couldn't service all of them enough with 5-gallon pails, so he would just take them in drums. Even if their drum wasn't out, he would just drive around to every one of them, set them a drum in their detail bay, and they'd be like, whoa, we didn't order a drum. He's like, just leave it here. once you crack it, I'll
charge you.
I'll charge you, and did it that way because he had to keep on hustling as far
Initially, he was by himself,
as one-man band.
Yeah, so he did a couple things. He didn't have the time. When a guy call up and say, "Hey, man, unexpectedly, I've totally run out of this." Well, you're one guy. You can't do it all.
And you can't leave your route. You've
Right.
got to run that day to go.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he was just and still is a hustler, and thank God that he got through the hard times to where there's good times, and now how this business. I know. He and I have conversations. We all have conversations about it and how much this business has changed, and it's crazy how fortunate we are to be doing this 26 years later.
And it just goes with a lot of doing it the right way.
That's a big part of it.
A lot of people want to have this thing happen overnight, and
it won't. I mean,
No.
that's just not the way it works.
the only reason we're sitting here with a podcast and selling to 15 different countries and distributors all over is because it's been done right. We've made products the right way. Even back before you were involved, your dad started it by making products the right way and treating people right. Period. And then and now it's a word of mouth because I always talk to these guys at car shows. I was in Huntington, West Virginia last weekend, and I talked to a guy, and he's brought like 4 of his buddies up, and he was like, so and so, he's told me about this product, and it's what I use, and that's the main builder of our business.
It is
that guy
Yep.
who uses our wax because it is made better and it is made with premium raw materials. So he uses it. He tells his buddies not because of some ad he's seen or whatever, but because he really likes it. Well, his buddies are going to believe him way over something they see on social media or at a car show,
Yep.
this, that, and the other. So every time it works that way.
It does work, and so word of mouth takes longer to happen. 15, 20 years ago. Now word of mouth can be the internet.
Right.
It can be social media. It can
Yeah.
be a lot of things. But we've got word of mouth for 26 years.
Right.
There's a lot of substance to that. And now having that head start of making these good products and treating people right and having good service for all those years, clue in the internet. Well, guess what? We had that head start. We're not just starting right out of the door. It would be hard. It'd be hard, especially because there's so much competition now.
And had your dad or you guys ever shorted it in the early days of, let's just make it a little cheaper, whatever. The word of mouth isn't going to work as well because
Never will.
That guy's never telling his buddy because it's not a better product.
That's right.
So that's what people, we deal with a lot of different companies and a lot of different things, and people are always asking, how do you guys, there is no secret. There is no secret. It's just doing it right.
Well,
Real always wins is what we always say, because it does. In the long run, it always wins.
Always. I talked to a guy that was in the store. I was walking through, coming up to your office this morning, and there was a guy, a local detailer, really, really good, and he's been doing it forever. My dad dealt with him 25 years ago, and I've known him for close to 20. And we sat there talking about different stuff and how much detailing's changed, how much the products have changed, and everything that we've seen or whatever. And just the fact that he and I were down there for probably 45 minutes to an hour just talking about different stuff, and we were going over some of these flex polishers. He hadn't used a certain one, and I said, well, man, I'll just let him borrow this one. I know him well enough. I said, here, I want you to try it. I'm not going to even try to sell it to you. You just tell me what you think about it. It's really cool that we have, especially locally, this relationship with these people for so long, and they trust us. This is where they come to buy their products. And a lot of it, well, I mean, let's just be frank, relationships is where it's at.
Absolutely.
And we've developed those relationships because you just do treat people right. And I want to help these guys out.
Right.
That's the whole point. I'm the same. I have detailed forever. I get it. It's a hard job.
Yes.
We want to give them the products and the tools and all the equipment that they can have to make it easier.
And if they just want to come in here, I can't tell you how many times people, our boy Jeffrey, Mobile Details, he comes in all the time. And sometimes he might just text me or call or just come in to say, hey, man, tidy, right? All these different places come in. Man, I got this issue.
Mm-hmm.
I've got this paint that was ceramic coated and it is flaking off and it looks horrible. And they use this brand. What can you help me with?
Yeah.
What's the remedy? Odds are we have encountered it or been through it. This, that, and the other. And a lot of times they'll come in just for advice.
Sure.
Which is a part of the just doing the right thing.
Yeah.
It's about helping those guys out, even if they're not there to buy something. It's not always about that.
Exactly. Yep. So the 26 years, that was a big deal for us, and now we're going in. It's still pretty cold here and snowy in Columbus, Ohio, but in the next 30 days for sure, it's like a switch just gets flipped. It starts getting warm
about towards the end of March,
and it is on for us. You know, we're in full swing show season basically now. We've got a distributor in Chicago right now. That's at a very big show. There's people from about April on. Every single weekend, we're at multiple venues all over the place.
It gets pretty crazy, but that's my favorite part of it.
Absolutely,
because it's so. I mean, there is so many in a day's time. You can encounter so many different things, from making a batch of 2 or 3 batches of different products to this is going out and trucks are coming and
I
getting
love
ready
it.
for a car show. That's when
it's my whole deal. I love it.
Yeah, and it's really been, it's not like it just gets to where there's not. In the winter where there's not, but we've started here in Columbus, Ohio, so naturally our business is much greater here on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So we've still got a lot of internet orders and all that thing in the winter, but car shows, there's none of those going on here.
Yeah, there's indoor shows, but they're few and far between. Ones that would be worth going to, and I remember back in the day before our business had grown to the point that it is now. In the winter times, man, my dad could have laid me off. I mean, there were months we're talking 15 years ago,
just hanging out.
It's slow,
basically doing what you do now, nothing.
Yeah, right.
Just sitting over there.
It's basically the same thing. I'm just down there talking to guys in the showroom and stuff. They're like, "Can I leave?"
Right.
How many times are you gonna show me this polisher? So
held them hostage down there.
Yeah, man. I'm the one that wants to talk about detail. And they're like, I'm thinking about quitting detail.
Why is
this guy won't stop
why
talking?
will Jared not quit talking to me? He must not do anything.
But I just remember it being, our business was directly affected by car sales in the car dealer world, and now that we have, fortunate enough that we have all this business in other areas and other countries, and it's just in California right now it's pretty nice.
I think if anybody out there in California is listening, and you need some help, I think this is a good time for me to come out, show you some things.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, perfect timing.
No, you've already been to LA once this year.
Give us a call.
So we've got some upcoming trips. Yeah, I just totally disregarded what you said right there. I was like,
you should
we're close to the point that I absolutely listening to nothing. I can't hear anything that you say.
I think I need to go out next week.
Maybe.
It's supposed to be cold. It was like 6 here, just so everybody. It was like 6 degrees.
Yeah,
here
put it in perspective.
yesterday.
I see people that are in California or Florida, and they're like, "Oh,
my
man."
sister's a prime example.
What'd she say when it's like 50?
She was like, "God, we were wearing jackets and everything. It was like 52, 49."
Sorry.
I'm like, "Oh,
yeah, really? It's 6.
That's cute."
It's 6 here.
Right.
Wind chill's 3 below.
Yeah, and last month the regular temperature was like -7 when we woke up.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it gets way colder than that other places, but 20s and 30s isn't horrible. But when it gets down into 6, it's bad.
It's jacket weather.
Yeah.
It's funny because we'll have, I think earlier this week or last week or something, I don't know, we had a day where it got like 48, and we're out here in T-shirts.
Oh, shooting videos.
Oh, man, we're doing everything.
Models down here. They're like, it's 48.
Heat wave.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy.
I can't wait. I can't wait
Cleaning
for the summertime.
cars.
It's our prime season, man. I look forward to it. So,
and for people that are not from around here, whenever it's just a little bit of a gloom in the winter.
Yeah, it's just gray skies every day, and whatever.
People are just not out and about. They're not doing because there's nothing. Who wants to be out walking around or doing anything when it's 6?
Right.
So everybody's just kind of in, and people are depressed and mean. And I just wanted to get warm
Bunch
again.
of road rage on the roads.
Everybody's
just get
mad.
warm. Everybody's happy.
Everybody's happy again.
Yeah.
And then they'll be complaining about it being hot in about a week.
Yeah. That's one thing I never do because I don't like the cold. I'll take the heat.
I'll take it super hot.
We're good, man.
Yeah.
So a couple of things that we plan on doing, even for the local people, we're going to expand our showroom again.
Jared will be in here in a construction hat.
Yeah.
He'll have a hard hat and a belt on.
That's right.
For about 2 weeks.
I love having construction.
He gets his mindset on something. If he has his mindset on something,
execution is what
it's called. A wrap.
It's called execution.
No, it's called one-track mind. That brain's not big enough to do anything else.
It's total execution.
It is going to be super cool, though. We're going to have a viewing area of our detail center.
Yep.
That you can walk into our showroom, check out the detail center, and see things going on if you want to watch paint correction going down.
Yep.
We want this to be the place for anyone in the area to come and get all their detailing supplies. We're going to be offering everything, not just our products, but we're going to be having floor mats, seat covers, all these things that detailers need. This is going to be the stop.
Yep.
And the only way we can do that really is to make it bigger again.
Yeah. We started off, and when you never had a showroom before 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And you create one, and you're like, oh, this is cool. Some people stop in, and then you double the size of it based on the volume that you're doing last year, and then you say, well, we should probably go again. Now, at this point, I've run out of room. I don't think I can do anything. Once I do this expansion,
at this point, our shipping department is about to be fired. Because
I'll put him in a lean-to out the back.
He's getting ready to have one of those pods.
Whole team, all of you guys, listen, outside.
You know those like shipping containers,
Yep.
like pods.
That's probably the best idea you come up with.
Put them back there, and it's going to be the
Get
whole
your phone
shipping
on, text them.
the whole shipping department. Hey guys, you guys got a new location.
Brand new pod.
It's out back.
Brand new pod. It's really nice. I'll decorate it just
It's
like
painted,
no
freshly
windows.
painted.
It's dark in there.
Yeah.
So we at this point, it's this now where the new showroom will be. It will back up to the actual warehouse. There's no expansion, but
Yeah.
you can always go up. I'll put
That's
an
right.
elevator in here, dude. Second level.
This would be like a skyscraper.
That's right. You can have a viewing of the podcast room.
Yeah.
It's all kinds of cool stuff.
It is going to be cool though. I like the part of the being able to see in the detail center. That
Yeah.
way, if someone comes in to ask about this, that, and the other, we take them back there. They can watch. You know, when we're
Yep.
doing the IDA trainings or we're having training classes, ceramic coatings going on, whatever it may be, they can just see it right from the showroom. It'll be kind of a cool experience as to where there's not many places where you can walk in today and see something happening as far as in the detailing world.
That's right.
I mean, you can go to auto parts stores, whatever, get your different detailing supplies, but you're not seeing anything hands-on. We want to give that hands-on experience to detailers and to
and it's a
general
whole
public.
different level of detailing supplies to be able to get, and expertise.
Yep.
This is what we do. So when you come in and have a question about something or want help with something, we're going to be able to help you. And if we can't figure it out, we're going to find somebody that can. But I'll tell you, we're just really hands-on. And now that we have this whole detail center part or the training facility as a part of it, and that people can come in, I'll work on their cars right there with them. You have a question? Hey, I got this scratch in my car. Cool, pull it in.
Can I pull mine in?
No,
And you work on it.
no.
Hey,
You're
I'm gonna
CDSV.
Show
Do
them.
your thing.
Show them on mine.
Why is Todd's
I'm
coming
going
here
to
all
say,
the time?
just show them on mine.
Yeah. Nope, that's on you.
Yeah.
So that's going to be pretty cool. Hopefully we'll ball rolling on that and get it done. I'd like to have it done, prior to
the rush.
Yeah. So we'll open up Saturday hours, April 1st, because there's just a lot of people that can't get here during work hours.
Right.
So we'll open up back on Saturdays, and we'll keep it moving.
So what we're getting at is, we're going to start a GoFundMe page.
Yeah.
For this showroom.
Oh, that's the setup.
That's what
Yeah,
we're getting at.
That's what
The
we're
setup
setting
is, if you would donate.
Yeah, this is not cheap.
Yeah, it should be. Hopefully, we get it done before the big rush of summer.
It's probably like a month
spring
project or whatever.
Yeah,
Depends on when they can start. So
shouldn't be too bad.
it should be good. Yeah. What else we got going on?
We got things coming up. We got some cool guests. I've set a little bit of a schedule. We don't have them locked in dates, but I've talked to numerous people. We've got some cool people going to be on the show this year. We've got a local company here, Garrett's Rod Shop.
Yeah.
I think he's coming next week or the week after.
Yeah.
One of the two. They have
really
some
nice cars that they've built.
SEMA builds.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're really, really high end. If you go to their Instagram page, Garrett's Rod Shop, man, you'll see some of the stuff they're doing. They've been doing it a long, long time.
really, really nice people, and they just knowledgeable.
Yep.
And it's not like it's some crazy, big, crazy shop. They're doing it all themselves, hands on. It's they do everything from the ground up right there at their shop.
Yeah.
So they're going to be on. We got a few big influencers, social media. We get a lot of people asking about, this with the whole way of how social media is. A lot of people are making money just from being an influencer,
yeah.
brand ambassador, whatever it may be, model. So we've got some people like that to share what it is, because
Their
a
story.
lot of people have this thing like, oh, they're just doing that, but it is a way of life.
Yeah.
You can literally become an influencer and get paid, or now you're a brand ambassador for all these different companies, and it's a way to get out there. So we've got a girl from here in Columbus, fairly big, a good friend of ours up in Michigan, I think, is coming.
Yep.
They're going to talk about just how they started from nothing to becoming what is 100,000 whatever followers, and how they've got work just from social media.
Yep.
Things like that. That'll be
cool.
That'll be a cool one. Then we've got local shop owners from around Columbus.
We still got to get Chris Metcalf in here from Flex.
Flex guy.
That's definitely happening.
He's coming. We've got a guy that is a part of a place that manufactures buffing pads.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to come in and talk about buffing pads, all the different, microfiber pads to the best ways to polish your car, different, just all kinds of cool things coming up as far as people that are going to be on the show.
Well, paint correction obviously is a lot of people have questions about it. We try to answer as much as we can, but it's nice to have someone that makes the buff pads themselves to say, okay, well, this pad works great on this and this combo, on and on and on. There's a lot more knowledgeable than we can be, and I'm looking forward for him to be here and explain to people. That's something we should look at maybe doing some kind of call-in type thing or live stream or something to where these people can actually interact with us while we're doing it, and answer questions live would be kind of cool and be something to think about.
Well, maybe we'll announce that as far as have a date to where we're going to do it, and we do a live stream Instagram or one of the two, probably Instagram live and do a paint correction or whatever we get that people want to do, ceramic coating, paint correction combo, and answer questions, help them out, this, that, and the other.
Instagram live would be cool.
Yeah, that'd be a good place to do it.
We need to do more of that. We did it back in the day a little bit, and we'd have a ton of feedback, and we would do it while we were doing paint correction or ceramic coating or stuff like that. So we need to do more of that stuff. But yeah, as far as guests go, we're going to have a lot, just people that are in this industry that are very knowledgeable, guys that we deal with. I think the guy, the company that we buy a lot of our towels from, the Rag Company, they may be coming in town in the next month or so, a couple months. So hopefully we can work something out with them. They come to the podcast. Great group of people.
Awesome. They don't make a much better company, man. They're really, really nice people.
Yeah, and they have great products. That's why we sell them. So that stuff will all be fun. We're back in the swing of the podcast thing. We promise we won't take 3 months off anymore.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a winter break.
Yeah. Yep, it was.
We just wanted to get back in the swing now. We didn't plan on taking 3 months. We knew we were going to take some time off, but just the way things happen, and then you were out of town a couple times. I was out of town, so it never did just line up perfect. But we're back into the swing. We may, until it's full swing of summer, maybe every other week. We're going to try to. I don't know next week. If Garrett's is coming next week, then we'll do it. If not, we'll wait till the next week. But we're going to be having these at least every other week, if not every week.
Yep.
Moving forward. And we did have a couple questions come in. One question came in on Instagram, and it was from Concept Auto Solutions, which is our guy down in Florida.
Okay.
Farley.
Yep. Yeah.
And he asked if we had any intentions of coming up with a carpet cleaner that was not aerosol.
Yeah, I mean we've had some on the commercial end.
Right.
We have some that there's a lot of products that we sell, what I call the commercial end of our business, which is car dealerships, local stuff around here. There's an acid-based wheel cleaner that we never sell to the general public, for example. There's a carpet cleaning solution that goes in carpet extractors. That would be another one that you would never find on our website. There's all kinds of floor cleaners and all-purpose cleaners and just a ton of different stuff that we don't offer to the general public. So we have some of that stuff now. I think that, I think that if there's a market for it, listen, we'll do it. We don't want to be the company that comes out with all these different products that just become redundant.
Or the same product that five different ways.
Yeah, we're never doing that. That's just silly. But we don't have a liquid carpet cleaner, fabric cleaner. If I think that we could probably come up with something like that and make it make sense.
And I know we had talked about it, so when I seen that question come in, I was like, that's the one we'll talk about, because I know we have messed with it, and we do have the extract and stuff like that for dealers, and it probably would be a good one. Heavy duty carpet cleaner is great. Mm-hmm. You get some kind of spray in a bottle, probably would be a good one to come out with.
Yeah, it would go well with our fabric guard. I did see another question. I don't remember who it was. I just was scrolling through there, and I saw somebody had asked if we're going to come out with a detail bag.
Yes.
Some kind of bag, like a trunk organizer type bag.
Yeah.
And it's funny because Todd and I have tried to, we've tried to come up with a bag that we think is really good for probably 18 months, 2 years maybe. I mean, it feels like it's been that long.
Crazy, and it's a whole process.
It is, because you can't. I don't want to have the same exact bag as everybody else, for example. or if that's the case, and it's the only one available, I want the best one. I don't want some chintzy one. We've gotten samples in that the bottom falls out.
Yeah, we've had samples in of ones that are not really strong, and it's another one that someone already offers, and it looks like a really cool bag. And then if you actually use it, if you have more than 6 products in it, the bottom falls out, totally collapses.
It's not great.
We're just never going to offer something like that, because if someone buys that bag, and we've got people here locally like, man, where's the bag? We showed them that sample, so if we come out with that bag, and then now let's just say that's the first thing someone buys from us, and they buy this chintzy bag and it falls apart, or is the bottom's falling out.
That's the impression.
That's their impression of Jax Wax.
Right.
Is that bag.
Yeah, the whole
and
brand.
we don't even make the bag. So we're never going to – it's the same principle we have with, towels and foam guns.
Yes.
All these different things that we want to offer the best, flex polishers, whatever it is, because we're not going to let a chintzy product,
from
real
an outside
cheap
company.
Right, a real cheap foam cannon that just breaks in 2 uses, and now it's a reflection on Jax Wax.
Yeah, it's not worth it. When you put all the work we do to be as professional and have these really, really good products, I'm not going to let some other cheap item affect that.
Right.
That's silly. So our foam gun, is it expensive? It sure is.
Yeah.
The one that goes to a garden hose, but it's the best.
That's right. You're not going to work 15 hours a week and let somebody ruin that. He doesn't work 15 hours a week.
That's exactly right.
He's not going to be in here slaving 15 hours.
I didn't clue into that for a second because you hit so high on the hours. I said 15.
He's
15.
He's not working 15 hours a week unless somebody ruin his name.
Oh, listen, you're around excellence every day, and you're welcome.
I know. I look at myself in the mirror.
Todd's office, the walls are actually just mirrors.
Just a bunch of mirrors as you walk in.
Everything but the ceiling.
Oh.
So it's the same thing.
Detail bags, yeah.
We need one. I know we need one.
We will have one.
It's happening this year. I don't know when. It's a whole process.
Next 3 months. I'll put a date on it.
Okay. Well, let's just make it happen. But it needs to be the right one. It needs to be something that people – I get it. You go to a car show. You know how many times I've walked up and I've talked to these people at car shows and they got all our products in a competitor's bag? It's silly. We need to have a bag.
We're going to have a bag.
So it just needs to be the right one. So
when we release every one of them in that first month,
we're going to need your help, guys, because I got to buy a quantity that's ridiculous to get this thing where it needs to be.
Oh man,
I got to buy a lot, but I think we'll sell them. We'll when we first release them, we'll do some kind of blowout or something. And say, hey man, here you go.
Make it crazy.
Here's your bag.
Yeah. Also, be on the lookout for some things in your packages. We got some cool things happening that we're going to be putting in packages. So if you are going to be ordering anytime here soon, there's going to be some different, maybe, benefits, sales, things you get in your package, in your order, just a little extra from us. We want to show our gratitude for customers that are, purchasing online. It'll give you different structures, 4 different ones throughout the year that you'll be able to take advantage of. So just be on the lookout. Just be on the lookout.
That'll be implemented probably next week or so.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
I think we're supposed to have them next week. So
yeah. So it's something cool. I think people get excited about opening up their package and getting something a little extra. Something thoughtful. So we're going to be doing that, and then we got a ton of shows. We'll be talking about the shows that we're going to be at and the stuff that's going on. I think we should do more behind the scenes stuff here at Jax Wax. Yeah, I think that people have some interest in that.
We need to do some more live. We need to do some more Instagram stories of different, everybody working, and which is going to be hard to find people working. But
right, it's going to be real hard.
We're going to do some more behind the scenes, more videos.
Yep. Yeah, we got to make a better effort at that. So, I'm looking forward to 2019. It's going to be the best year we've ever had. I don't know if it has anything to do with the new platform that I totally suggested and implemented on the website.
That you totally fought for like 8 months.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I mentioned it to you. You were like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life, you idiot.
Is that what I said?
Something along those lines.
I feel like that's daily. Like I feel like that's something we're always doing.
Dang, son.
I was getting ready to clean the table. See, that's
cool.
When you had that in you, that
detailed. Just pipe down. It's almost over.
Well, I don't care. I mean, I got fingerprints on it.
They're just listening. They're not even seeing us. Okay.
I know, but doesn't that bother you to have
I
fingerprints on
haven't
that
looked
table?
down there
That's because it's not in your
because
heart.
I'm working.
The detail's not in your heart, son. It's in my heart. I can't. You got fingerprints.
Well, the table's dirty. We've got to go.
Clearly, if you look at my side of the table, it's really nice perfection. And your side, you've been mugging it the whole thing.
You know why that is?
Because I'm working.
Because my hands. I've been working
Don't
all
start.
day.
Let's stop.
I've worked all day.
Listen, here's the deal. For the people, all this stuff that you talk about, for the people that don't know you, they may actually be like, "Oh, that's cool." The people that
see,
know you,
they see.
they know that you're full of shit.
They know that I'm
100%. Like they already
working.
that jaw. The only thing you're
Dixon
working is that jaw.
Dixon Flannel Company made a shirt, and it was just for me.
Yeah, I
And
wouldn't
it
say.
says working class right on the front of it.
That was for you.
Yep.
Good for you, man.
It's mine. It's
Good
working.
for you. There's not too many people that leave me speechless, but I'm sitting across from one.
Thanks for everybody listening.
Yep, we
will be back.
I hope
maybe
Todd will
about
be better.
3 months.
And I will continue to carry the podcast. Thanks, Todd. I'm glad you could see me
my
today.
back sore because I carry you every day.
I hear you. Later, bro.
Later.